Okay, I am back after a little bit of a hiatus for like a week or so. It's been a week from hell, let me tell you that. And I always say that, but seriously, okay, whatever. So, as usual, I don't have anything to say for like a week, and now I have a bunch of shit to say. There's like a bunch of stories suddenly like crept in. One of them was recommended. Well, actually, two were recommended by viewers. So, the first one I was looking for things to talk about was like what generally annoys you, what YouTuber annoys you. So I just had to look up annoying YouTubers. Found them. There's quite a few, but we're gonna start with this little group. This is gonna be my first video I make today. I'm probably gonna do two more after this. One of them, Hairnet Eric here's idea, a good idea. He just likes making me mental. He just likes getting that fucking vein, this one, right? The big ass vein in my head throbbing right here to even where an Advil won't do a goddamn thing about it. But the first group of bastards I want to talk about are TikTokers. I am done with fucking TikTokers. I am done with that whole Gen Z bullshit. I don't understand them. They're like fucking, they're like gonorrhea. They just keep coming and getting worse and worse and worse and more crustier and more disgusting. Get rid of them. And it's like no meds out there are getting rid of them. They're just multiplying anyway. They are the new STD. Fucking Gen Z TikTokers. I can't stand them. First off, let's go into TikTok. I don't even know what it is. I know people can use other people's voices, and I've seen people do like, sing a song or something like that. I mean, it's like the real person singing it. It's so bipolar, I can't explain it. Or like, it's like a 5-second video of somebody saying, hey, high five, and then for some reason they just start bumping genitals and we're supposed to understand why that's normal or something like that. Or they do a funny dance. I think it's dumb. I think it's really, really dumb. Maybe some people have fun with it, fine. But TikTokers, along with YouTubers, have formed to make a generation of people who are probably the worst group of people. I mean, the worst people I have ever seen in my entire life. I was watching yesterday when I was just zoned out and bummed out about a lot of things. I just was not doing anything yesterday. Trust me. I was fucking just like, why am I here? I don't understand. Am I suicidal? No, because I'm too pussy to even kill myself. That's the weird paradox that is me. Sometimes I get really, really down, and I know, I don't have bipolar or anything. I totally checked. I mean, you would think I have a little bit of ups, a little bit of lows, but that's because of this. Okay, Starbucks. But no one would ever have to worry about me. I was thinking that the other day about kidding. I am such a pussy. I would never kill myself. I would be too like, I'm going to do it. I'm so upset today. I'm going to do it. Okay, what if tomorrow's like really good? Oh, and I do want to see that one movie coming out next year. That's literally how I think. You ask me sometimes how my brain works. That's how fucked up it is. They should study it, okay? I could cure suicide. But anyway, maybe I went to a dark place. I'm sorry. But no, I just find it funny that I could never do it. So, there were TikTokers. And yesterday when I was going through YouTube, just like, I'm just bored. My life sucks. Everything's horrible. I was watching the H3 podcast, which I'd never really watched before. But now I watched the Frenemies one with that, that bizarre like guy, Ethan Klein. He's got the Tourette's and everything like that. And I can easily talk about that because I have Tourette too. I know people think I'm joking about it. I'm not joking. I do have Tourette syndrome. I could prove it. I could send you literature, ask me stuff about it. That's fine. And that weird bitch that I never liked, what's her name? Trisha Peyote or whatever the hell her name is. She's some crazy like blonde bitch. I never could stand this chick. She went by Blonde Sundial. She was on all these like mukbang things, and she was just being there big, piggy, and annoying and talking. She talks faster than I do, and she's got 80 billion stories. Like I was kidnapped at gunpoint once in Jerusalem, in Islamabad, but then somehow I got back here, and then I mailed myself in the back to Islamabad. And, I like pastels. Don't you like pastels? Oh my god, I have a mukbang with chicken nuggets today, and then I'm gonna work at White Castle for like 24 hours to see if it's fine. I have like hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. You want to see my $70,000 Fendi purse? Bitch, shut up. Shut up. But together they made a good podcast. So yesterday they were talking. This is not the first time I've thought about doing a video on TikTokers, but this kind of sealed the deal about somebody they were named. I highly recommend their podcast. They're frenemies. I mean, they don't know me from Adam, but whatever. They named him douchebag of the month. And I'm like, how bad can this kid be? A TikToker. Another person, let me talk, when I mean TikToker, here's what these TikTokers do. First off, I'm going to narrow it down. When I say Gen Z TikTokers, I'm talking about all Gen Z. I'm talking about Generation Z TikTokers who live primarily in the California area because that's the way they're getting mommy and daddy's money to fucking start a channel and, get all this really fancy equipment and rent mansions together. These people who are the most boring, untalented sons of bitches you ever seen. What do they fucking do? It goes back to the whole Jake Paul and everything. What do they do? Do they sing? Do they dance? Do they just act the obnoxious ass? Because, okay, if they act the obnoxious ass, they are totally in the right place. Then they are gifted thespians and belong getting whatever they want. But then I see these other ones like the D'Amelios, these little like anorexic 19-year-old girls who like, have fancy chefs prepare stuff for them like in their mansions, and they have the nerve to bitch about what they're serving and shit. Like, they're just horrendous, awful people who deserve to be homeless for about 2 months so they could experience what real life is like. That's what they deserve to be. But they all get these houses together. Now, the way I know this kind of started was with that Team 10 disaster, basically, but that was more YouTube. I don't think even TikTok wasn't around then. With Jake Paul and some brainwashed, dead-eyed bitch that was his girlfriend, and a bunch of other people who decided to get together to vlog and talk about how they all piss every morning and do weird things like, light their backyards on fire and piss off their neighbors, just being obnoxious douchebags. And they made a ton of money doing this, so I can't fault the original group. So now TikTokers have TikTok houses where they all collab together. That's the idea, that none of them are super talented, but as one, they can all ride off each other's dicks. And they're all fucking insanely annoying. The ones I know of, kind of, and I wouldn't say James Charles is one, though. He's another one I just can't take him. I mean, he's gifted. He does makeup really, really well if you give a shit about that thing. But him and his sisters, how are you doing? Shut up. I want to stick that makeup brush up his ass and not the way he wants. Okay, I just can't stand that bitch. I just can't take him. He seems like he's a nice person and all that, but he just annoys the fuck out of me. But he has a posse of people that I guess had they're another group that had TikTok house, and they name these mansions they rent like the douche pad, or the super douche pad, or where the douchiest, or whatever it is. And they all live together for like a minute and then videotape everything they do and somehow get millions upon millions of dollars doing this. I can't knock the hustle. I can't. So James Charles, I believe, was in one or associated with one. And he had a friend, Lorraine, the Black Queen. We love him. We love her and all that. Who just has to be a bitch about everything. Just has to be. I mean, be your queenie self and all that. God bless you. But just I'm gonna go on Amigo right now, and I'm just gonna read people because I can, because I'm rich and privileged. So fuck me, right? Just a raging bitch who, if he was on the south side of Chicago, he'd last about 2 minutes with that attitude. I'm just saying. And then they had in the same house, I believe, or the same posse, were those boring D'Amelio. I know their last name because it sticks out. I don't know why it does, but the D'Amelio sisters, who do nothing but, I guess, beef with other girls and sit there and talk about how great their lives are. And they're fucking the biggest douche nozzles on the planet. Now there's another crew with the one that I saw on the H3 podcast. I'm not going to give the kid's name out because he's such a fucking... I wanted to punch this kid on sight. Maybe that's horrible to say because he's like 21 years old, but he's such a bro and such a douchebag bro on top of that he deserves to be bitch slapped repeatedly. He just deserves it. And eventually it's coming to him. It is. He doesn't know it yet, but Karma's the biggest bitch of them all. He and his posse, I believe, all had a house together. Here's what's gone on since and he's like I said, he's 21. One of the things he was accused of recently, and I don't know if he put this on TikTok or whatever, but they all stem from TikTok. TikTokers are worse than Nazis. There, I said it right now. I would rather deal with the SS whatever than deal with a bunch of TikTokers. If you're like, there's a TikTok house opening up like right down the street, I'd be like, blow it up now. First off, who are the dumb shits renting mansions to these fucking basic they're not minors, they're adults technically, but whose bright idea is this? Let's rent this really, really nice house to a bunch of 20, 21-year-old, 19-year-olds because we know how responsible they are. We know how great they're going to treat this place. We know they're not going to piss off the neighbors. These realtors must have their heads farther up their asses than the TikTokers do. But get back to this one douche. So he's got a douche pad, and you can't blame him. He's making money, so God bless him. He's got a hot chick girlfriend and all that, so he's living a good lifestyle. I wouldn't mind that, fine. But he has to do things like he peed off a balcony onto people who were his fans. First of all, I'd never heard of this kid in my life until the H3 thing. Never heard of him. The fans, were they actually did somebody put ceiling fans out there? This was a stunt and he was just or fucking plug-in fans to pee on? Because I don't know how this douche has fans. But he peed on him, he thought was funny. Now, of course, he gets on TikTok or Zigzag or Insta or whatever the fuck he's on. I just had too much apple juice the night before, which is code for booze, because I guess at that point he couldn't have had booze yet. He's a fuck. Nobody cares if you overdose. I'm just saying at this point. It's coming. But, he's just like, yeah, so, I just made my friends dare me to do it, so I did it. I don't know what you can do if you do it. If your friends dare you to do it, you do it, bro. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Oh, God. Surprise, surprise, he does steroids, by self-admission. Like, they had, some group or chit-chat in their TikTok douche house. Like, has anybody here ever done steroids? Yeah. Yeah, I have. Why? What would give you the idea I did steroids? Shut up! I'll kill you! God, Dad, why don't you pay attention to me? So... But then he beats up his best friend for some shit that he can't say. Like, his best friend, first of all, the best friend, I gotta be like, what's wrong with you? These are these TikTokers, comes on with a black eye, a bloody lip. And again, go to the latest H3 Frenemies podcast to watch and see what this is all about. I highly recommend it. But he's on there, he's like, I took an L last night for my best friend. I think it's fucked up. His best friend, if my best friend tried to fuck me up, first of all, my best friend could, because he's fucking an expert at, don't tell Steve, but my real best friend is, I shouldn't say real best friend. My best friend since childhood is a expert at, what's the shit they use in MMA? Like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's studied that shit since he's literally like, I think 12. He did karate, got a black belt. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, got a black belt. He did ninjutsu. I don't even know if they have belts in that, but he got some belts in that shit too. So he could fuck plenty of people up. So he could kick my ass. But we have a respect where we never would. Unless I stabbed his dog and then said, gonna go have sex with your mom, woo! Or some shit like that. And even then he'd probably be like, well, let me know how it was. Because we're chill. We have that kind of relationship. This douche gets on there, is like, oh, hey, my best friend beat me up. This motherfucker gets on there, like, yeah, I'm not going to say I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry for my part, because I know it's wrong to put hands on people. It's wrong to put hands on people, but, like, you don't know the whole story. The whole story is you laid hands on a motherfucker who's supposed to be your best friend. That shows you're a disloyal pussy, all right? That's what it's going to show. Then the next clip, this is the clip that irked me more, was he saw a kid. This kid is about $110 in weight. This other kid I'm talking about, who's a TikToker, maybe 6'1", I'm guessing. I don't know. He looks like he's a little bit athletic and shit. Probably can fight a little bit, But let's just say he's a Beverly Hills tough guy. A Beverly Hills tough guy does not translate to Southside Chicago tough guy. I mean, it's not going to work anywhere else. God bless you. You're going to stay out there and be tough. Awesome. But if you pull that fucking shit and try to fight people in restaurants and shit like you are out there, anywhere else that's got real hoods and shit like that, I would love to see it, and please tape it, because then I'd be for your vlog. I'll fucking pimp your vlog out. Not that I have any fucking audience, so fuck me. But he was on there. I totally forgot what I was going to say. So he was on there, he was fighting somebody, and then he goes and he sees his friend, or somebody who used to be in his crew or something like that. He's like, yeah, my friend thinks it's fun to talk shit. His friend had apparently, or ex-friend, had given out his maybe girlfriend's number or his own personal number. And he's like, bro, that's called doxing. You can't do that. Meanwhile, underneath his video, he's got his friend's phone number running, which is also called doxing, you dumb douche you. So then he goes like this. He's like, well, and also, I'm going to go over and confirm because he's a pussy. So we're going to see what he says. He goes to this. Now, I have to think part of this is set up. Goes to this kid's yard, or the house they rent together yard. He's like, what's up, pussy? What's up, pussy? I brought you some Purita, a ketchup, because you're a pussy. Get it? You're going to get kitty food, because it's like, yeah, you're a pussy. Whatever. So what's up? Why you talking all this shit? Bet you wouldn't do nothing about it. See, this is what pussies do. They don't talk. He got up in his face. That would have been it. That would have been it. I mean, win, lose, or draw, you're getting smacked right the fuck there. If that's my ass. You are not getting up in my fucking face on a staircase, wherever, like that. No. And I fight fucking real dirty. So it's not going to go that far. I'm going to find the nearest fucking barbecue grill, beat you with it, and then chase your bitch around the house just for bringing your ass here. I saw the bitch. Everybody's doing this shit. To me, they were no better than a band of like World Star hip hop thugs who sit there, and I'm not talking everybody on World Star hip hop. I mean, if you have hip hop, good. But you know what I'm talking about. The pussies that sit there and film fights and shit like that and do nothing about it. I've seen that in person. You're pussy, all right? They just fucking irk me. So he's doing that shit, waiting for a fight. I'll give him credit that he didn't hit the kid, but you can tell the kid's not going to fight you. The kid looks like, he looks like a 12-year-old girl could beat him up. So I wasn't really impressed with you bucking up on him. But apparently this is another kid, the main one, who's the bully. That's what it bothered me about him. He's a fucking bully. Was that he's another TikToker who belongs to another TikTok house. Why are we doing this? Are we all just bored? Like, I don't understand this anymore. So, yeah, when people have asked me before, when are you going to get TikTok? When are you going to get TikTok? Never, ever, ever. Okay, I'm a complete hypocrite. Here's how to get on TikTok. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm jealous of their money. I'm not going to lie about that. Here's how to do it. Me, Hannah, Eric here, Sexy Monkey, maybe Jules thrown in. I'm trying to think. Brendan's too young. You can't do it, Brendan. Although he could act the ass in a few years. Maybe we do it in a few years. Some other people from my audience, FaZe Beast, a couple other people. That FaZe Beast, what's his name? I'm blanking on people. A couple of my audience members, if a couple of my audience members and people I watch all got together in a TikTok house, trust me, it'd be interesting. Because except for me and Monkey, and me and Eric in our own way, I don't think we're really going to get along that great in real life. I mean, I think we will for a minute, but I'm great on YouTube, but I'm annoying in real life. Somebody's going to be like, okay, why did somebody buy a whole loaf of bread and just leave it out and now it's fucking stale? Is that wrong? Okay, somebody pissed on the toilet seat. Not just in one toilet, but in like the 5 toilets of this house. I was really sleepy, you guys, and I couldn't, I don't know, having a rough night, you know what I'm saying? Who is watching reruns of Mary Hartman all night with the volume blasted up whenever they say Mary Hartman? I think it was Sexy Monkey. I'm not sure right now. Who just puts on bizarre German gay porn sounds all night through Bluetooth speakers, Bluetooth pill speakers, and hides them behind all of our beds? An intruder, and I think we should investigate. But yeah, I will never get on TikTok until something like that would happen, which is probably never going to happen. So never getting on TikTok. I'm just now so against it. And all, oh God, they just so fucking annoying, these brats. I swear, go away. Why don't you TikTok, get together in the house and go help the fucking homeless? Why don't you do that? Why don't you get together and, try to do something really, really good for somebody? I know, because you fighting and acting like raging assholes and spoiled little privileged bitches get you more money. I guess that's the way the world works. Fuck it.